You already know what you should be doing. You know you should wake up earlier, work on your goals, build better habits, stop wasting time. And yet, most days you don't. Not because you're lazy, not because you lack intelligence, because your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. And until you understand that, no amount of motivation or willpower will fix the problem. Let's talk about what's actually happening inside your brain and the specific shifts that break the pattern for good. Why comfort always wins by default. Your brain has one core biological priority: survival. And survival, for most of human history, meant conserving energy, avoiding risk, and staying close to what's familiar. Your brain learned something very early. Comfort equals safe. Unknown equals danger. That wiring doesn't disappear just because you live in the modern world. It's still running in the background every single day. So when you think about starting something hard, a new routine, a difficult skill, a long-term goal, your brain doesn't see opportunity. It sees threat. It registers effort as a cost, uncertainty as a risk, discomfort as a warning signal, and it responds the way it always has. Pull back, stay comfortable. Wait, that's not weakness, that's biology. But here's the problem. The world you live in today rewards people who do the uncomfortable thing consistently. And your brain's default settings are working against that every single day. This is the gap most people never close. Not because they stopped trying, because they never understood what they were actually fighting. Here's something most people don't realize. The longer you choose comfort, the harder progress becomes. Not just psychologically, neurologically. Every time you avoid a difficult task, your brain reinforces that avoidance as the correct response. Neural pathways strengthen through repetition. Comfort isn't just a choice. Over time, it becomes a pattern, and patterns become identity. That's where it gets dangerous. Because once your brain accepts that label, behavior follows automatically. So now you understand why comfort always wins by default. Your brain isn't broken. It's just running old programming in a new world. Here's how you rewire it. Shift 1. Stop treating discomfort as a signal to stop. Most people interpret discomfort as a stop sign. The moment something feels hard, boring, or uncertain, the brain says, "This isn't right." But discomfort during growth is not a warning. It's confirmation. It means your brain is being asked to operate outside its current comfort zone. That's exactly where development happens. Neuroscience shows that the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for long-term thinking, planning, and self-control, has to work harder when you push through discomfort. And like any system that gets trained, it gets stronger with use. When discomfort appears, don't ask whether to continue. Ask whether the discomfort is meaningful. Is this hard because it matters, or hard because it's unfamiliar? Most of the time, the answer is both, and both are reasons to continue. Shift 2. Understand what dopamine is actually doing. Your brain doesn't just avoid discomfort, it actively chases comfort. And in the modern world, comfort is available instantly, everywhere, all the time. Dopamine is the chemical behind that pull. The problem is this: your dopamine system doesn't distinguish between useful rewards and empty ones. Finishing a workout and scrolling for an hour both trigger dopamine, but one builds your life, the other just borrows from it. When you constantly feed your brain easy dopamine, short videos, constant scrolling, instant entertainment, your tolerance rises. And suddenly, anything that requires delayed rewards starts feeling pointless. Studying feels painful. Building feels slow. Progress feels invisible. That's not laziness. That's a calibration problem. Your brain's reward system has been set to a standard that real progress can't match. The fix is not complicated. It requires patience, not perfection. Reduce high stimulation during the hours when you need to focus. No scrolling before work. No entertainment as a default gap filler. Allow your brain to sit with low stimulation sometimes. At first, that feels uncomfortable. That discomfort is the recalibration happening. And when it settles, even partially, focus returns. Motivation stabilizes. Progress starts feeling real again. Shift 3. Stop starting too big. The most common reason people stay stuck isn't fear of failure. It's the size of what they're attempting. When the goal feels massive, starting feels overwhelming. And an overwhelming start almost always leads to avoidance. Start so small your brain can't argue with it. Your brain doesn't respond well to enormous leaps. It responds to small, low-resistance actions repeated consistently. 10 push-ups require almost nothing. But done daily, they create workout identity. And workout identity eventually leads to 45-minute workouts without the internal battle. This is not about thinking small. It's about removing the friction that stops you from starting. Because once you start, momentum usually takes over. Shift 4. Stop waiting to feel ready. Most people delay starting until conditions feel perfect. But perfect conditions never arrive. Readiness is not a feeling that comes before action. It's a feeling that comes from action. Every time you wait to feel ready, your brain learns that waiting is the correct response. The person who starts before they feel ready always finishes ahead of the person still waiting. You don't need confidence to start. You need to start to build confidence. Stop waiting, start anyway. Shift 5. Stop relying on willpower. It depletes. It fails. Your environment is more powerful. Every time you resist temptation through willpower alone, you're fighting a battle your brain is designed to lose. Remove the temptation entirely. Phone out of the room, junk food out of the house. Decision already made. Comfort is powerful because it's always nearby. Make it slightly harder to reach than progress. Design your environment once. It works for you every single day without any willpower required. Shift 6. Most people build strong routines, then life gets hard and the whole thing collapses. The problem isn't failure. The problem is building a system that only works on perfect days. Real consistency requires a minimum version of the routine that survives imperfect days. 10 minutes of movement, 2 pages, 20 minutes of focused work, not impressive, but unbroken. Every time you show up on a hard day, your brain learns, this is who I am. And that identity keeps showing up even when motivation doesn't. Let's talk about the real shift. Your brain chooses comfort by default, not because you're weak, because it was never trained to recognize progress as safe. You don't need to become a different person. You just need to make a slightly better decision more often than yesterday. Your brain will always look for the easier path. That's not a flaw. But you have the ability to pause, choose, and build patterns that compound over time. The people who close the gap are not more talented. They simply stopped waiting for comfort to disappear before they started moving. You already know which direction you want to go. Now you know what's been in the way. See you in the next video.